Yeah, welcome to the last day of King of the Desert. Round of 32. We will have ACCM against Vivi now, and in roughly 5 hours we will have Eddie against Winchester. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's going on. For now, we will start with ACCM against Vivi. Let's take another look at the civilization draft. Again, it will be Berbers, Malians, Burmese, Mayans, and Incas for ACCM. And Vivi, who asked Mr. Yo to do the draft for him, picked Ethiopians, Indians, Aztecs, Malay, and Vietnamese, a civilization that a lot of Chinese players seem to like. And we can instantly jump into this game. And yeah, let's take a look. We have ACCM playing in purple here with the Malians, instantly picking his strongest civilization. And having a reasonable wood line, nice defensive berries as well. Go to the left hand side, but also his main gold spot pretty much to the front. And right hand side we have Beat Hard, Vivi, with another creative name, and 3 on wood here. So, well, let's see what he's going for. Obviously, Ethiopian's pretty strong when it comes to some melee aggression. Strong when it comes to going for archers, but now sending a 4th one, so that makes a bit more sense. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, guys, and give me some predictions in the chat. ACCM against Vivi. Obviously, both players not on a lot of lists to win the whole tournament, but I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them, or either of them, going into round of 8, for example, grabbing some of that cash. Obviously, both players very well accomplished. Great team game players as well, both reaching over 2.3k in 1v1s as well. So they are certainly scary. I personally would predict a 3-1 win for Vivi, but the question is, well, he will adjust to the Wololokingdoms civilizations here. Oh, now the first baller here by ACCM. We only get 1 hit. Oh, it was even uphill. Interesting. Normally you're waiting for 2 hits. And yeah, that's why you see ACCM needs to go back now. If you get 2 hits, you guarantee that the ball is following. And Vivi is seeing it and is closing down the distance here. Trying to block, but he's trying to block the boar, and the boar fails. How to check brackets? Exclamation mark bracket or exclamation mark brackets, but you're already getting help, so all makes sense now. Second boar for Vivi, and first trees are done. On the wood, 4 on the berries. Oh, Chinese lore. Probably should cut that straggler to have a bigger surface area around that boar here, if you ask me. I'm going for some gold here. That looks like ACCM will go for an melee aggression. Is there a Chinese translation for Wololokingdoms mod? No, there's not. I had Mr. Yo playing the last Clash of the Hippo tournament, and he mispicked some civilizations because he didn't know the English words for those civilizations. Looks bad, man. KotD has some Chinese language. Okay, good to know. 7 hasn't been particularly kind to Chinese players, that's true. But honestly, those Chinese players don't perform too greatly in 1v1s in general. Tim at the moment the only one who's really been up to high hopes. 3 on gold here for ACCM. Not the greatest micro here when it comes to the villagers, if you ask me. Now going for second lumber camp, and that looks more like 3 MDA. And what will we see out of Hart? He is sending 3 on gold as well. So probably we will see some archers after that. Also very similar timing here. ACM losing some more HP, and now it's 3 against 3 militia and 2 herd scouts. Bit of an earlier timing here when it comes to M&A for Vivi, 7 seconds earlier. And therefore we can see ACM running a bit. Has 4 on gold now, so he will transition into archers. And both going for the double blacks, all reasonable, and that's already 4 militia out. Interesting, and ACM needs to run even further. That's some more HP losses here on his scout. Oh god! HP against 26, now pulling 2 villagers. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. That's a pretty good start for Vivi so far. I'm trying to take this engagement, not 100% sure if that's the best idea. 2 militia now pretty, or 2 M&A pretty low. The defense upgrade obviously not helping out in this fight because we're only facing M&A against M&A. Those are 2 idle villagers. Vivi now ahead by 2, and look at that scrappy food eco. Production really on point. Archery range not fatal place, not closing down this area. And I have to give the advantage to Vivi so far. They do. KD 2-0. Let's see if he wants to find 1 or 2 more villager kills. For now, he just wants to stay active. He is building 2 archery rangers at home, and he will have 6 villagers on gold. And that looks a bit better for him. Now, ACM is chasing Vivi back. Second archery range for ACM as well. Maybe think about adding some more skirmishes. But for now, archers obviously better with the equal that he already has. On archer trying to intercept, or does he? Not 3 archers coming around from Vivi. He will be very active, and he will be the one dictating the game. Military count now double the amount here for Vivi compared to ACM, especially the amount of archers is pretty impressive, and fletching for Vivi on the way as well. Lost 1 M&A now, but probably now they will take a fight. Obviously now we can see defense upgrades could help a bit, but against the hill there and only with small numbers, that's not really going to work. And Vivi in full control, 11-5 military, now both going down a bit more. I heard a blacksmith here for ACCM as well. Trying to go for fletching now as well, but that's only 2 archery ranges for him, going full production, but that's tough to catch up. Take a look. 10-6 military, that M&A is going down for sure. Vivi is trying to close down the distance. This 1 skirmish of ACM helping out quite nicely so far. And he's focusing down the skirmisher. That's a weird decision. Normally you want to focus down the archers. Now losing his scout here and the M&A. Vivi still very active. ACM now going for the +1 defense. Let's take a look if Vivi wants to focus down 1 or 2 villagers. Warning them in isn't the most important thing here. Oh, better micro so far by Vivi. Taking 2, only losing 1. Art could get some losses now over here. Yes, indeed. And yeah, exactly. Now it's time to retreat. Vivi has a nice hill here where he can gather everything. Now going for the +1 defense as well. Still 4 villages ahead. KD is a bit in his favor. Military count as well. You can see ACM walling the right hand side and the left hand side. And now trying to chase down the archers. Skirmishers could maybe take the fight. I believe this could be a spot where ACCM shouldn't go for more archers, but mainly skirms for now. Just to counter ACCM or Vivi a bit better. Trying to find some more kills. ACCM now going for wheelbarrow. Pretty solid timing here with 34 villagers. Has a solid amount of farms as well, a lot of second row farms. Don't like those, especially because he didn't farm around his mill first. Vivi is playing this way more open, did wall some to the side though, but his gold is super open. He likes just to camp this hill, keeps up the aggression. Both going for horse color now. Let's see if we can see more farms. Was patrolling in now, military count virtually identical. It all comes down to transitions into castle age a bit earlier. Take a look at the resources, 100 food, 200 gold. Before ACCM, no real engagement going on. On the other side, we don't have a great food eco either. A bit too many villages and woods. We'll love to see 3-4 more farms. For now, very passive game. Or like, not in passive game in general, but at the moment it makes more sense to camp hills. ACCM now going for town watch, interesting. What does Vivi see? Maybe he's trying to go for engagement here, but instantly sees. Okay, ACCM is still camping there, got only one hit, so that's totally fine. ACCM is he trying to rush for the hill? That's not really going to work out. And ACCM now needs to retreat. Oh, trying to go for some runners, both players. Most of the archers going down now. As you can see now, ACCM is microing back his archers, keeping the skirmishers in front, trying to take more damage. Hard at the same time, did try to fight with his whole army. 6 villages ahead, 2 more military units. And now looking to click castle age any second. Did build a market, is building a second mining camp over here. Go for team colors? Not with red and purple. We can see them perfectly, I would say. We have some different colors, would make more sense. But here, I like the identity. Players are picking something else than red and blue. So I will always, if distinguishable, keep it that way. I have 85 subs at the moment, Haru. You can just check down below. I have a graph on how my subs are developing. It's at 2017 challenges. I'm going back with all the skirmishers, trying to run around with the archers, trying to snipe some villagers off. And ACCM needs to camp at the moment. He will be later to castle age, but only 35 seconds. Was an army advantage, at least at home. I think he will be fine here. Ah, Aru. Trying to track down how I'm doing. Double stable now by ACCM. That's a bit surprising to me. Because he still has so much army. Normally you see players then transitioning into art or like crossbowmen, e-skirms, and maybe some mangonels, maybe some monks, but instant transition into stables when you see your enemy even losing most of his archers. Untypical, but yeah, makes a lot of sense. If he only faces skirms for now, then his knights will be super efficient. Let's take a look. If Hard is losing most of, or Hard, I mean saying Hard, Vivi is losing most of his archers, and it looks like it. Look at that. He's getting the crossbowman upgrade, but his crossbowman count is 0 at this point. There's maybe 1 at home. And now the skirmishers, let's take a look how they will do. Try to go for an aggressive siege workshop. Could even kill that siege workshop here, 3 HP. That looks more like a cancel, and uh-oh, Vivi lost a lot of army here. And ACCM, I believe, should be totally fine with taking that engagement. Yeah, he has a deficit when it comes to upgrades. Didn't play Bodkin Arrow, as you can see. His HP, or his resource is not that high because he's also queuing up knights. But that's a lot of kills. And ACCM, nice clear up. Siege Workshop needs to be cancelled a second time here. One villager will go down for sure. And Vivi's eco, still a bit better. But now he is pretty damn exposed. ACCM did add a TC over here at the gold. Let's take a look at Vivi's eco. He's actually on stone. That's quite surprising to me. Didn't see that. But didn't add a TC yet. Now going for it. And now we can see how ACCM will counterattack. You are the one creating the private terminal, the one that you only can cast. I believe I did like 20 tournaments, of like 15 tournaments that I hosted. And I believe 2 or 3 were exclusively for me, yeah. One of them was during my last 44-hour stream. But yeah, all the others were open streaming. But yeah, if you heard those rumors from another channel and now came over here, that's probably me, yeah. Now, another TC, and... the Siege Workshop. Now trying to go around, oops, didn't ring the bell here. They were super scared of those archers coming around. Why are wolves like hippos? Yeah, because hippos are scarier than wolves. Like to live dangerously. Oh, that villager won't have the happiest day. Can't start the house, but that's it. Let's take a look how the knights will get some kills. Could get 1 or 2 kills on those farms, but decides to go for the villager over here. Oh, the walls didn't finish. Now needs to go back with the villagers. ACCM did catch up, only 1 villager behind. And look at how poorly those villagers are walking to the farm, or to the mill on the farm. Oh, both going for quite some attacks now. Seems like ACCM won't really do the damage though, because he doesn't have Bodkin Arrow. You know, we have Ethiopian crosswoman in the eco of our Malian Vietnamese player here. Vietnamese player is pretty funny, but yeah, he's from Vietnam. That's what I wanted to say. He's not playing Vietnamese. We'll later have a Chinese player playing the Vietnamese against the Vietnamese player. Probably without Chinese though, because still didn't get picked. Let's take a look. Crossbowman now with ballistics seem to be trying to fight us off. Didn't get the greatest damage done, and not a lot of protection. Opa, that was a big shot. And let's take a look. Okay. This looks like a reasonable clear up. Did get some kills. And now, yeah, the knight will finish it off. The skirmisher as well. Villager count 6 ahead for Vivi. Pretty open game, I would still say. And then we have to see how they're both transitioning to what armies. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the gem cards from the Malians. I'm going for extra gold. I'm still thinking about that passive-aggressive question from before, from Google. Oof. It doesn't favor Malians in this matchup. Does it not? Okay. Why? Are Shotels so strong? Because, like, gem cards, aren't they super good against potential Arbalests of the Ethiopians? Now trying to camp this hill. Why didn't we make 4 to 5 pikemen? Well, he had enough crossbows and wasn't facing +2 defense, so he could just defend it quite reasonably well. He didn't lose too many villagers, I believe. And there also were some skirmishes and crossbowmen around, so just a few pikemen at the front won't do much. Now going for a lot of stone here. Let's take a look at ACM stone count, maybe. And one villager down. Or will he? Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks like we could see a castle coming up pretty soon. Some Mangonauts, knights around, and those villagers. They're going back to wood, but I think, yeah, now sending some to the front. 600 stone. I hope he isn't building it on the hill. Yeah, castles on the hills aren't the worst thing ever, but I think he can go for something more aggressively and put more pressure on Vivi than just with the safe castle over here. And looks like he wants to go for the aggression. Military count pretty even, but better units here for ACCM Mangonauts and Knights. Let's take a look how he can take the fight here. Mangonauts could maybe shoot on those villagers. Monk is not getting the combats. Mangonaut against Mangonaut. ACM, that's a pretty poor engagement if you ask me. Oh boy. And this castle could get denied. We can see 51 HP now with more villagers coming over, but ACM is sending more villagers over there as well. Monk now getting killed, and Vivi's losing lots of his army at the right hand side. ACM felt like he had a timing. Okay, if he isn't attacking my castle here, I can kill most of his army. And now the military count 17 to 10 in his favor. Next man coming out doing some damage. The castle will go up, and that's a lot of villagers going down here for Vivi as well. In a nice place, so close to a lot of the production here. Another Magnaut is going down, and suddenly ACM looking in a very good position here, if you ask me. Mining camp here a bit misplaced, that was a lot of villagers going down, and suddenly ACM in the lead in that regard and has a nice pushing spot here, even going for some more battles. This Magnaut won't do too much as well. Not the siege workshop. Bit surprised to see one over here. Knight's not being used, and now what's the answer here by Vivi? He isn't going for a lot of stone. This stone spot is exposed, so is this one. Counter castle not an option. Now going for Giberos. Is Mr. ACM, who is a solid 13 pop lead, which account pretty even. But the military count just heavily in favor for ACM. Mangonauts are coming out, and then he can push some TCs down, and I don't really see Vivi having a good answer to that. Military count at the moment 10 only for him. Moving some more crossbowmen here to the front, some more pikemen as you can see. No, Mangonauts can do some damage. This knight won't perform too well without any upgrades against Mangonaut and the protection of one castle. And ACM in a commanding position here, can push everywhere. Let's take a look. What is Vivi trying to go for? Would love to see some more archer ranges from him, because look at that, how much he is queuing up here. This tower is a bit late as well. This stone is super exposed. ACM even up to Imperial Age, and it looks pretty good for him. One of the most active players when it comes to actually watching other channels and spamming emotes in their Twitch chat. He has is streaming quite a bit as well. Very fun guy to be around. ACM, and as you can see, also a great player. And now trying to go for the kill, but just focusing on the archer ranges first. Did already kill one archer range. As you can see, so many archers queued up here. And yeah, needs to add 2-3 more archer ranges if you ask me. Not trying to go for that tower again. Giberos, not 100% sure if that's the very best option here, but well, great obviously against the pikeman. Oh, and those will just look like they want to build another castle here, and that will not be contested like the castle before. This one will just go up, and then you can just easily build some traps and take the W from here. Most likely the reaching of the Imperial Age will cause the GG to be typed here by Vivi. No real answer to that push. He sees, okay, this guy's packing 2 Gebettos. I will lose 1 gold spot, 1 stone spot for sure. So many resources of me are still exposed. But Vivi's on the way to Imperial Age now as well. Let's take a look what those knights will be able to do. Horsemen scouting around. Where is Vivi going to Imperial Age? Is it the starting TC? Yes. But most likely that will... GG! Will not get killed, but Vivi knows, okay. He was trying to maybe rush to Imperial Age, take the tech advantage and then maybe the win, but ACCM! Too convincing here, and that was a pretty sweet engagement in the middle of Castle Age. And that was quite surprising to me. Went for the knights there, the +2 attack, got a nice engagement here. His late feudal age, early castle age of Vivi killed so many crossmans. Never know. So happy to see ACCM win this one. And
go ACCM.
ACCM. And yeah, I'm pleased, and I think we should be up for a pretty good series because Vivi obviously has a lot of strong civilizations still in store for him. So I'm not counting him out at all. Which account was pretty even. ACCM. And let's take a look at the TIF picks. We're now out of Malians and we're out of Ethiopians. If they want to continue picking very strong civilizations, we could see a Berbers against Indians war, but could also see some mix-up of some of the Mizo civilizations. I will just count Incas as Mizo as well. Yeah, Hard vs. Hoop was played yesterday. I wasn't able to cast it anymore. I have a lot of pain casting at the moment because some part of my retainer is pushing at my tongue and I couldn't do it anymore yesterday, and I'm not enjoying it too much today as well to talk, which kind of sucks. At the moment after I cannot really spit at the moment because my tongue can't really move. So every time I brush my teeth, I will like not really spit, but more like open my mouth and just wait to let the liquid leave my mouth. It's more like it's pretty disgusting, but well, happens. Maybe in half a year or like 9 months, I will have beautiful teeth and no pain at the same time. That would be the dream. This is gross, I know. Report cross stream. Oh, it's a Kleinhammer. Hey. Oh, these Germans. Don't put that on all Germans. I'm weird on my own. I need to be a German to be that weird. EU streamers. I'm German and I can confirm that Germans are Germans sometimes. Okay. Tomorrow we will have German Day again. Really proud of that name, by the way. Not really proud, but somewhat proud. You know what it is there? Monday, German Day. Well, I think we should just jump into game number 2 here. Will again obviously be Mr. Vivi against ACCM, and ACCM will now play the Mayans. And let's take a look. This map looks like a big goat in the south, and it's a pretty nice clumped up stuff if we can wall some behind here so that archers can't put themselves behind. That ACCM could have a nice map here, if you ask me. On the other side, we have Vivi playing with the melee, already pushing one deer quite nice and early. And that's super clumped as well here. This is a map where you can easily see Trash FC. Like, well, this area, it's so easy. And if he's pushing through just one defensive tower, and everything is fine. Wall over here, that's a super tight map. And I would absolutely, yeah, love to see him play something very risky, especially with melee. Trash FC could be a great option. Ah, Elfish. Yeah, I was watching Rocket Beans while you were commenting and giving some inside infos. And even I know your quotes, like when you told Marco, yeah, you can't Trash FC because your map was too bad. And I felt like, this guy has the fundamentals right for sure. So, yeah, great to see you there to give those poor noobs some strategy advice of this great RTS game. One tower to defend Barry's Golden Wood. Should be a great one, right? One tower to rule them all. Trash FC. It is unlikely, guys. Trash FC isn't the most played strategy anymore. People, villagers, Oh, multi-sheeping. That's happened as well. Yeah, not too great. And I think he shouldn't really kill the deer early on. I think he shouldn't kill it when it comes to here. That's a mistake. Look at that. He already has one boar, one deer, and one sheep. Now going for a second deer. I don't like that. I think I would have pushed it back here. Or maybe shot it once from this angle, but not really happy. ACCM now pushing deer in another direction. Trying to go for some debation. Weird house. Would have loved to see the house over here, just to finish off the wall. membTV versus Mayans again. Karambits. By the way, if you like Karambits, and you didn't check out my YouTube channel the last 3 days, I had a melee mirror war where we both went for mass Karambits and I went for mass Transwatman in the end. It's a pretty intense game and probably worth a watch. Third volley and now a kill. Chinese style lure. Great stuff. Have you seen Happy Happy yesterday? No. Trash FC all the time? Oh. Good stuff. Shot it. So yeah, maybe I will cast one of the series that I didn't catch yesterday in between the 2 series of today, but I'm mostly motivated to play some. At the moment, not the most interesting game, or not the most intense game at the start. Yeah, it looks like the ACCM now trying to go for some push as well. Debation, the very funny sounding word, but it is also a fun thing. YOLO, are we sure it's not Yo playing? Well, he did the draft, right? That is an option. This is so unfair. Look at the tag here. Hard. Or like hard. Damn it. Started 23 seconds later, and now just take a look how he's overtaking him. It's just the same when I do a run with my second graders, and I will tell them, oh yeah, go ahead and start. And then I will just overtake them and feel like, ha, you poor bastards, you thought you could outrun me, ha. And then I feel like the melee. Advancing to fuel age. Okay, now let's take a look. ACCM going for 3 M&As as well. And sending more villagers on gold. M&A upgrade now around the corner. Let's take a look what is hard. You can see ACCM going for some walls and trying to go for the aggression and hard. He didn't even scout any gold spots yet. And will be tough for him to find any good damage because the ACCM walls quite nicely. Yeah, Viper's at the bottom of the bracket, and the top bracket has Tato, Leary, and Doubt, I believe, right? So we will have a pretty tough Doubt against Tato game first, and then the winner of that against Leary, probably. Will be pretty interesting. The upper bracket, a bit more exciting. But now let's see. This palisade wall is getting pretty low, not trying to go for the repair. Are we seeing any archery ranges? Not really so far. Was M&A trying to find some damage? It is still open. Vivi was trying to go for some walls. No overtopping so far. Where is the archery range? ACCM, he has to have endless amount of resources, right? Yeah, he can build an archery range, but still not going for it. Oh, that's an M&A kill against the villager. First blood of the game, by the way. Oh, although the spearman isn't looking too great either. Where is the archer range of ACCM? I'm so surprised. When did we see a Mayans player go for so many farms? He is playing this M&A defense. Okay, didn't see that coming. Only had one lumber camp as well. Now doing some damage against the scout. Needs to run, needs to repair the palisade wall as well. Interesting stuff. Maybe I would just want to say he isn't going for archers here. He's just staying on eagles after that. So interesting aggression. And Vivi is going for the very tight small base here. And needs to wall over here, and then he has an easy defense. Unless he's facing some ranged units, which should maybe happen against Mayans, but aren't. Blacksmith now, and this looks like an aggression here. 3 villagers forward, and he's going for an aggressive tower. Interesting to see that. I mean, I didn't expect. Okay, let's take a look. ACCM now chasing down, trying to go for some kills, trying to chase down the archers would be an option. Scout still around, all the M&A died, and now ACCM needs to split some. He's getting all the losses. Now going for the +1 defense. But at the moment, only 6 military for him. Has some M&A around still, and some eagles. Let's take a look how he will be able to engage this. Seems like archers is not why he picked the Mayans. This aggressive tower isn't going up for now. It seems like Vivi is somewhat safe. Now pulling back all the villagers. Tower not cancelled though. And this is a very exposed wood line. We don't see more eagles, but we see a second barracks. And now Vivi knows, okay, this guy is going for +1 defense. Wheelbarrow for both. Seems to be reasonable timing. Villager went down here. An additional villager ahead is Vivi. Pushing him up to 2. Could be more actually with melee. But, well, Ezekiel was a bit scrappy as well. Trying to go for more walls, and yeah, looks super safe overall here. Eagles aren't chasing down perfectly. One uphill hit, now going for another defense upgrade for his archers. M&A is trying to chase down, but it is tough for them. Eagles getting micro down. Actually, he's just stopped microing, not trying to focus down the Eagles. This would make a bit more sense. Now trying to focus down, and that's somewhat of a reasonable engagement by ACM, I would say. If we had more, we got some equal kills, I think. But yeah, now Vivi is advancing to somewhat of a scary force. Now trying to go for the big Vietnamese wall here, and not sure if he will finish those walls though. Market, no man's land. Defensive tower now going for stone. Has a nice amount of resources, so maybe he can click up to castle age as well. Those walls, he isn't even sending another villager at the moment. Third barracks as well. Keeps continuing to produce eagles. Just wants to wait for more food maybe to click up. Isn't abusing the market so far. Trying to micro the villager to get some walls up here. That eagle will probably lose his life, I want to say, but only some HP. Oh, and now Vivi is running under the tower. Interesting stuff. Oh, let's take a look how well he will be doing there. Oh, thanks bad of it, and is going back. 6 villagers ahead, but ACM is now up. Let's take a look at the resources of Vivi. Well, he will click up at a reasonable time as well. There's someone with 13 out of 14 correct predictions. That's so sick. Okay. Well, I think I have like 8 out of 14 right so far. Nice reaction timing here by ACCM again. And Vivi is up as well. 47 seconds later. And now going for a stable. Something we don't see too often from the lane. But maybe he just wants to add 1 or 2 elephants. Well, let's take a look. Can ACM take the engagement here? He's trying to run. Maybe tries to go for the stop micro now. No, Vivi is trying to debate him a bit. Wolf is helping out as well, trying to go for 2 archer kills. He's trying to find another pond, but a lot of open land over here. Look at that. No wood at all. That's so weird in such a big area. Bossman, Botkin arrow, and let's see if they will actually benefit from those upgrades or if ACM can block this. Looks like a beautiful block here by ACM, and so many kills here before the upgrades are kicking in. And ACM even blocking 2 over there, and that was a beautiful engage. All this time he was moving around, blocking those crossmen. He was trying to run around. Oh boy, what a beautiful move by ACM. Now going for Eagle Warriors. And going for the +2, but how did those crossmen get in? Oh, that's so costly. Suddenly, Vivi is 12 villages ahead. How did they squeeze through? Oh, that's a bit surprising to me. Completely missed that. They just run from the top and just ran around. Maybe that was the option. ACM was very focused on the top as well. Now trying to take engagement. +2 is missing so far, but is now going for it. Let's take a look. Can he get a beautiful positioning in here? Yes, he can. Actually, I'm trying to go for a tower, but that tower will finish too late, if you ask me. I'm not 100% sure if I like this engage, disengage, engage move here by ACM. The tower indeed will finish, so I thought it would be worse, but I feel like just another movement with all his eagles could have won him the fight as well. Now more crossmen to the front, and Vivi is actually going for some knights instead of better elephants. And if I say some, I mean quite a lot. Already 5 out now, going for the +1 defense. And crossmen trying to find another way of going in. ACM in a world of trouble. 14 villagers behind, military count not in his favor as well. Now trying to rush up ATC, but this one could be interesting. Even misclicking for a small second. Will he try to get some houses up here? Yes, trying to micro a bit, and I can see 2-3 more villagers dying. Those 3 will die for sure. He should focus on the other ones here. ATC will go up though. But those are heavy losses for poor ACCM. Now behind over 20 villagers. Eagles are chasing down in a field. Vivi is in such a good control that ACCM might be forced to tap out pretty soon. Production of knights and crossbowmen continues. Now putting back his waypoints though. ACCM far away from getting 30C up. It's just happy that the second one went up. We can see Vivi 1 extra TC. And that's second extra TC for him. So he's at 3 for now. And super active, blocking more farms here. Looks pretty solid. Even going for ballistics. And porting, let's take a look. This looks like ACM could win this fight, but only under heavy losses here. Crossbowmen still doing the damage from behind. Those knights are losing their lives. But they did also some damage. The question is now, who got the better trade? I would say it was better for ACCM, but not good enough to really get him into a comeback in this one. Now he's trying to find another beautiful spot here, but this time the tower is helping out. Oh god. Wololok 5 can predicted spring over Slam. That's so sick, and he still has 12 correct answers. Oh man, this USA fanboy is just ridiculous. Tactical pause. Maybe just run around with the eagles could have been the way to go. ACM, what does he need to do to kind of get back into this game? No real good GC placement possible here. Is he building one over here? Bah, that's super ugly. Squires now. Mass houses here at the front. And, well, Vivi just in full control of this game. Big eco advantage, map control advantage, still slightly in his favor. Military count better for him as well. Tough spot for ACCM to come back. More tactical pause indeed. Now the question is, can ACCM maybe do some ridiculous damage? But where? Too many defensive GCs out, some knights out, crossbow sitting at home. Maybe just knows. If he isn't taking massive amount of damage in the next 2-3 minutes, his eco will just carry him to the win. I believe he even has ballistics, so that's pretty sweet for him. And yeah, ACCM, 30 villagers behind. No chance in hell that he's getting back into this game. Won't even get the kill against those knights. But deflecting some raids over here. Even misclicking and MLA in there as well. The walls are there, and ACCM I think he should just blindly add 3-4 barracks and just try to go for a random all-in. Cause the long game cannot be won by him. But at the other side we see Vivi now going for another castle. Maybe he can go up to a lot of rat and archers and then defend this way against all the eagles. I'm trying to take somewhat of an engagement. Knights want to run. And all this time the eco advantage just increases by Vivi so nicely. ACCM is trying to catch back into this game, but how? They're now going for some monks. Defensive castle will go up. Caster. Why? Rat and archers? Oh, melee. No rat and archers. Karambits. Guys, sorry. Yeah, I was a bit confused. But you played it like Vietnamese, didn't you? Camping at home with Bossman, building unupgraded knights. Would have been Vietnamese. EU game knowledge. When did we start the EU against NA hype? Or hate? Antarctic game knowledge. What the F? Reflecting all those rates. And he stays on stone. Take a look. What is his plan? Look at that. He isn't going for any karambits, so probably he was thinking about going for some rat hunts as well. Now he has enough stone for a second castle. How aggressive will this one be? Probably over here, indeed. And this one should be the GT one. Big Warriors can't do much. Oops. Is he trying to then jump back? No, that was just a misclick. Going for mass karambits now. Eagles, can they maybe get the ridiculous fight over here and kill everything? Seems like those eagles aren't going there. He isn't seeing that. He sees the castle now. Is he trying to intercept? Yes, he's trying to go for it. If his castle is going up, the game is probably GG. We can see ACCM now standing in everything. He doesn't have any attack upgrades. No, the knights are coming over trying to defend crossmen on the hill as well. The castle will go up, won't get intercepted. ACCM is up to Imperial Age as well, but will lose all his army here. Karambit's doing quite some job as well. And ACCM, I believe, after losing all this army and seeing that he's facing Imperial Age, will have to tap out. Military count now 31 to 15, but those 15 will only dwindle. More arrows flying out of this castle, even getting a convert against him here. And ACCM, look at that, 5 military and going down to probably even 3. Next aggressive castle here. ACCM, G to the G. His wood line to the left hand side is non-existent as well, so he cannot really expand anywhere safe. This one is the next wood he needs to take. He is still going for more barracks, but that's not really an option. Going for bracer, and yeah, Arbalest could kill everything. Look at that, such a small amount of military. 33 to 6. Nothing is going to happen in this game. That isn't the win for Vivi. Not even producing yield at the moment. But it's upgrade for Vivi on the way. Now I'm massively going for stone over here as well. Wants to go for more and more karambits. ACCM maybe missed that Vivi is on Imperial Age. Well, at least now he knows. Maybe he just wants to get to him to show, well, I was on the way to Imperial Age. This could have been a very close game if I didn't lose all my army and had 30 more villagers and get the biggest mangonel shots against all your arbalists. because I was an Imperial Age, but yeah, not going to happen this game. My belly is huge, my brain has delay, you guessed it right, I'm from NA. Ooh. That's not very nice to say. GG Warrior production, still 5 military, and well, this is done as well. I'm a bit surprised that ACM stays in this game for so long. Another TC will be off this gold as well. Not really getting this gold perfectly. Not trying to go for another defensive castle, but won't really matter. And ACM is going for the GG. A bit late if you ask me, but well, it is a very big tournament. The biggest tournament at the moment, and yeah, single elimination, so you don't want to throw away any games where you still had 1-2% of winning, but I believe this would have been very optimistic to say that he had a solid 4% chance of winning after game, after minutes 38 or something. Eco was so much better for Vivi, his timings were better due to being melee, and in the end, KD slightly better for him as well. Bum 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 bada bum bum bum. Vivi. Oh wait. Was that a match text? No, Vivi was. Vivi was melee. ACM was Marian's. Okay. Whew. I was confused for a small second here. Okay. Now I'm expecting Berbers against Indians. I think Burmese versus Indians would be pretty good as well. Something like that. Don't think that ACM will go for Incas. Well, we'll see. Vivi or Mr. Yo? What's your question? It was Mr. Yo doing the draft for Vivi. His Europeans are underperforming quite a lot. Well, it seems like they're very one-dimensional, right? Actually, they aren't. I think his Europeans are pretty strong. The only thing that Yo can do now in KotD is rough for other players. That's brutal. That on the game scouting, I believe he's casting in Spanish on YouTube, but I'm not 100% sure. Yo, king of the drafting. Well, a lot of people said Yo's shift picks were very bad yesterday against Stark. All those games live or were they played already? That I don't give the finished score, please. We only have 2 more games today, and those are those 2. All the other games have been played yesterday. So if you click the bracket, you will see all the results. And then I would say we can jump into game number 3 here, and we will have ACCM playing the Berbers, his first pick, I believe, against Vivi's Aztec this time. Nobody predicted all games correctly. Yeah, that's right. But there were so many upsets that it would be surprising. I believe I predicted like for the favorite 13 times or something and 3 times for the underdog. And I think I was wrong most of the time. That's bad, man. The upsets have kept the tournament spicy, and yeah, we will see more upsets. And that's the beauty of a single elimination tournament. There have been more 3-2 results in the first round than I expected to. Well, the draft system actually kind of allows you to get more 3-1s and 3-2s than like with Team Random Civilization. Because if you know, okay, I'm down 2-1, you won't go for like your weaker civ in game 4, but always for your stronger one. So it's kind of forces you to commit into comebacks. Which, yeah, it's kind of weird, but I wanted to say, if you're behind, you pick your stronger civilizations, and therefore series tend to go longer. Yeah, I think Yo was a bigger upset than Back Team for sure. You got out-sived. Some people say that, yeah. Wololok going for the low pyramid. Or is he? Oh, Morex was helping. I should be a professional pyramid caster. Not this weird strategy game here. 1-3 on wood for ACM so far. That kind of indicates scouts. Against Vivi, who, well, still could surprise us with a lot of different stuff. Could go for MLA aggression, could also go for just eagles. You're against pyramids? Okay. He was terrible at drafting. On Clash of the Hippo where he said real men don't need good civs? Yes. And then just totally lost in the second one. Yeah. Yeah, I even told him, like, your drafts were super bad, Mr. Yo. You should consider looking at the other drafts of the other players. And then he said, real men don't need good civs to win. And then he got smashed 4-0. Well, seems like he's a real man. Another weird thing, the person who has the most incorrect prediction has 3 correct. Stark, Malco and the Max. I think he was going for all who he thought would lose and failed. Yeah. At least he lost like a man. Well, not 100% sure. I don't like this wall. I don't like this wall at all. But for me it's obviously easier to see. Well, he should have known that the cliff was there, but well. Cloud taking a map against Lyria was also a big surprise. Not really. Not really. Cloud is performing pretty well at the moment. Did pretty well at EGM. Is, I believe, like 2.5k on HD as well, so knows all the civilizations pretty well. Old school veteran. And yeah, just how the civs are designed. It's so easy to completely get out-countered. I've not really seen Leo play that much Wololokingdoms though. Well, he played a lot team games, right? Not a lot of 1v1s. All the top guys can take games from each other. Probably. And remember guys, Cloud was the number 32. So he's probably like top 50 in the world. Yeah, pretty sure top 50. Maybe even top 40, top 45 or something. Not a lot of big names were missing. I would say under 10 players who should be playing this tournament didn't sign up. Yeah, can't name a lot. Maybe some of the Brazilians. Maybe some of the Chinese, but that's it then, right? Okay, now let's focus on the game. We can see 3 aggressive militia make that 4. So 4 MDAs to the front. It seems like ACCM is walled quite nicely so far. But needs to finish those walls here for his berries. Doesn't want to pull them away. Just, oh god, that's unfortunate for him. But can go for some walls over here, maybe some walls here. Not 100% sure what he's trying to go for. Yeah, so easy walls. Why is he trying to run around? Trying to take more engagement than I would love to see. Winch will be interesting tonight, yeah, against Eddie. Oh, let's take a look now. He's trying to take this engagement. Some HP low, some villagers low on HP, but they are getting pulled back, and I'd say that's somewhat efficient so far here by Vivi. ACCM now trying to take with his 3 scouts. More spearmen being added. And yeah, that was open full time. ACCM, nice amount of farms so far. Now sending some villagers on gold. I don't like that gold mining mining camp placement though. What is this villager doing? Oh, trying to finish this palisade. Maybe you should think about this. Interesting tower placement as well. Trying to defend his stone in the long run. Let's take a look what those 3 scouts will do. Probably not too much spearmen out here in the back already. Well, Winch got, I believe, 2nd place in the last Big Arabia tournament, right? Beating Reed in the semis and only then losing to Mr. Yo in the finals. And been starting to stream now as well. Oh, this table's probably going down. Don't see an archery range by ACCM yet. Interesting though. Probably would have loved to see it a bit further in the back. And seems like now he wants to go for some repair on the stable. But what will he really do? This repair to force some wood loss. This villager isn't getting food at the same time, and he's not doing anything to really scare those MDA away. Don't like this decision. Vivi with a late wood upgrade. Looks like he forgot it for quite some time. And ACCM looking at 200 food, 140 gold. At the other side, actually quite an early market here by Vivi. Let's take a look. He doesn't have a blacksmith yet though. So yeah, castle upgrade is somewhat out of the question so far. But yeah, he probably will click up in like 2-3 minutes. Now needs to pull 2 villagers for the repair, and that's doing so much damage here at the front. Causing 4 villagers of food. Causing him to go for mass repair all this time. Got one villager kill, and now he can just run. Blacksmith for ACCM, blacksmith for Vivi, and he will click up pretty soon. The question is, what will he be going for? Normal choice would be, oopsie, legal check. Some more villagers isn't using the market to full potential. ACCM now even going for market, interesting stuff. And this looks like he wants to go for camel archers. Not 100% sure how well they will perform against eagles though. If we can see eagles, but yeah, second barracks is indicating that. Same time, let's take a look. Only 600 food, so maybe ACCM will buy like 200 food, will sell a bit of wood. And yeah, that's what he's doing indeed. And clicking up now. As you can see, market reveals quite heavily. And I turned off the notifications last time. Let's put them on again. Okay, now we can see the market abuse in the future as well. Take a look, is he maybe trying to squeeze through the TC here, or is he just going for palisade walls? Oh, more villagers going for the aggression. Last time he went for the early blacksmith, trying to pressure there, but didn't have the army control. Now running through. Spearman only at 17 HP, now focusing him down, and that should good clear up for ACCM. Alright, let's take a look. Is he maybe going for some monks as well? The monk siege workshop aggression would be pretty nice. He has some spearmen around to fight against the scouts. I don't see a second stable by ACCM at the moment. Probably something he needs if he wants to fight off those spearmen monastery now. And he finishes those walls. It looks like the answer is yes. Another villager coming around, and ACCM knows what's going up. Eagle warrior upgrade. And yeah, he needs to send a lot of villagers some gold. Of course, he will go for some heavy aggression here. Defensive castle now by ACCM, but what can he really do? We can see mass magnos on that hill. Is he even under pressure? Here we go, trying to go for some kills, got 2. But no, finds the end of his days. Each workshop around, and ACCM is defending, and then the big question is, how well will he micro his camel archers here against the Aztecs? His ego obviously way weaker, he only has 1 TC up, not trying to jump around a bit. On the other side we see 1 TC, now adding a second one, not as heavy on gold as I would love to see. But continuing with the aggression, and oh, look at that, even going for a ram first instead of a manual. Normally you want to go for a manual for the distance, ram for the better damage output. Looks like ACCM doesn't really have anything to contest this. At the moment it seems like he's right. Oh, trying to go for some of the relics. 1 scout down. And now we will see how well the Camel Archers will perform. Only fletching on them now. +2 defense on those Eagles and Spearmen. So that's pretty good stuff for him. This Ram will go down and, well, going for the relic with the monks early on. Obviously nice income, congrats to that, but maybe a bit too risky as well. One convert, low HP camel. Oh, that's a lot of friendly fire damage here, and oh, nice move there, anticipating the retreating line for ACCM, and with a nice ground attack, getting one camel here, and that's a good start for ACCM when it comes to his aggression. It's going for the next relic, but probably will lose against ACCM here. Just passing. What happened here? Oh god, we must have had a heart attack, and then the monk did hide behind the relic and just was like, okay, if I don't convert you, you will just let me live? That was so weird, that was so weird. Okay, more monasteries, exactly what I want to see, and now you can see why manual is just so much better. Okay, let's take a look. March is not trying to come around. They have +2 attack. Not defense yet, but trying to research that. Going heavily on stone is Mr. Vivi here. Not 100% sure why. And also not 100% sure how Vivi will try to continue with this aggression here. That will be completely walled. ACM. I went for a second TC. Vivi 12 inches ahead though. One to 50 HP. Let's take a look what they can do. ACM. Not housed so far, but we'll lose 2 more houses. And that tower as well. Will be pretty interesting. Nice walls here, but I think he would be open if this house goes down. You can just squeeze through here, but that's still a lot of HP. Now Eagle Warrior Raid here, trying to go for some villager kills. Doesn't look like he will get too many, and that's a risky move. That's a move that you would never see out of other very top players here. Oh, that ram needs to be repaired, 2 HP. Oh, the villager actually right-clicked on it. So the villager will always gather instead of actually repair. Oh, that's another big shot there. TC getting a lot of damage, and the villagers under the TC, they're dying. Pretty good stuff. Now camel archers coming around. Let's take a look how the converts will be. I can see 2 camel archers converted. Ground attack didn't really work. The villagers still safe in the ram here. More camel archers going down there, taking lots of damage. No more converts though, and seems like all the mangonels died. ACM trying to hold on to dear life. Didn't sneak to TC around, and that's something that Vivi could see, but isn't reacting to. Obviously that's not something that you're checking too often. Let's take a look. Will we see more converts here so far? Among Jews, taking some time to go back to 100. ACM is now building another castle. Interesting. Interesting, that's so risky. 4 villagers on their own here. Like that 5 villagers on their own. I'm not sure if that's too clever. What a weird move. 22 villagers behind. Where is he trying to go for his castle? He did cancel it for now. Archer still around. But the moon is not microing at all. What does ACM see? Oh god, that's way too aggressive. Oh boy. And that castle will not go up. Oh, that's just so stupid. If we don't see the biggest engagement over here now. And at the same time, ACM he was clicking up to Imperial Age. but he's cancelling it now. Oh, this castle will go up after all, because he's sending all those camel archers around. And I think that's pretty good for ACCM. And Vivi, he cancelled, he up to Imperial Age and then cancelled Imperial Age without building anything more. He's not reacting at all. Is he microing so much at the front here? What is going on? Suddenly ACCM only 9 villagers behind. Vivi, okay, thinks, okay, going up to Imperial Age isn't the worst idea ever. Manual micro against each other could be interesting. That was a weird throw, and suddenly ACCM is ahead when it comes to score. I still feel like he's heavily behind, but weird stuff. Indeed, no ballistics here for ACCM. He doesn't even have a university. Maybe buying himself up to another castle where we'll build it very aggressively. We'll try to trap down ACCM. It's never GG unless Dracon is here and tells us when it is. Good stuff. Okay, Magno hits. ACCM needs to run and really engage this. And still, yeah, even after this blow up, it's still absolutely Vivi's game. Oh, monks now coming over. Trying to go for the mass on bird probably. That amount of camel archers by the Aztec player as well. Okay, now trying to go for the converts. Villagers right clicking, getting some converts against him. Why is he not going over here with those camel archers so he wouldn't get the converts? And oh boy! That throw of the villagers is so sick. Oh man. And now he's sending more villagers again, and they are coming one by one. But yeah, they will eventually get the castle up, but oh wow, that's a lot of... Daud would be proud. Daud would be proud. And now let's just pray that ACCM has 8 patterns prepared. No, he doesn't. Yeah, now he could have went for and killed all the monks as well, because they were out of juice, but... Well, he's just going for more camel archers, and... Yeah, Vivi was so far ahead in this game. It's so surprising that he's losing like 25 villagers here and is still ahead. I'm now just trying to find some damage. Maybe they can get the kills now against the monks. Does he see those? No, he can't. Oh. And now trying to be annoying. Camel Archer is obviously great at that. And trying to repair, not only building one ram, that's not really the answer to what Vivi is throwing at him. See, I'm still not in the lead when it comes to Imperial Age. Or villagers. Or military. Or getting resources, or tech advantage, or the amount of castles, or the amount of relics, or the amount of monks, but the amount of camel archers. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe a wall behind here. Vivi is trying to go for it. How many converts can we see? Oh, looked like he clicked on it with all of them? No, but with a bunch of them. Still got like 3 more converts coming his way. Why are so many new units OPs from Castle Age? Well, like, lots of them aren't. And some of them are pretty good. Like, what did you expect? Like, we have 13 new civilizations, right? 5 of them have good unique units. This kind of makes sense. ACCM, again, not with the greatest GG timing. Trying to get another castle up. Trying to stay in this game. Trying to expand like a madman. But... well, will be tough. Ultimately just behind. Military count not too great for him. And heavily housed as well. More rams coming forward, the traps as well. Vivi has more camel archers than ACM. Feels like it, right? Has a camel archer raid over here. He has some over here. Oh boy! Vivi could get some converts. Let's take a look. Yeah, he got one only. That's not enough. Guys, it's so tough. This game is over again, and I'm not really getting into the series because most of the starts are just so, or like the starts of game number 2 and 3 were so good for Vivi, and ACM just going for an uphill battle. Yeah, we had some highlight scenes over here, but still, this game is so over, and ACM feels like this tournament is pretty important to him. Taking the games very long, trying to micro his heart out, but yeah, RTS games are sometimes very snowbally, and that's what we can see here. And even Kamar just can't really get him back into this game. Trying to go for the booms all around the map, this mass amount of gold. That was the starting GC of ACCM, by the way. Herbal medicine, something we don't see too often. Only being researched to add 5 more HP, but I think herbal medicine is pretty costly, right? Isn't it like 340 gold or something? 250. So that for 5 HP, not 100% sure. Medicine should end the game. Probably. Elite Eagle Warriors, finally. Maybe they can put an end to it. It's for the 5 HP, yeah, it's only for the 5 HP, but 350. Like, don't you want to have like 3.5 more monks instead of 5 HP more? Nice race by ACM. Maybe he thinks he has a shot in this game now. Do yields even counter camel archers? Yeah. Pretty sure. Still have 6 defense against 9 attack. And this is, yeah, not even fully upgraded. More converts again. Ah, guys. What are we witnessing? Very desperate ACM. Trying to go for some tricky moves. Yeah, he's doing all the right moves, but it's tough to look good if you're so far behind. I'm getting that trap. Now going for ballistics. Comeback time. Oh, and some CAs by the Berbers as well. Interesting. Seems like he likes mobile archers. Oh, Villager's trying to attack that trap now. Didn't get the other trap over here. Oh, maybe wants to go for some revenge story over here. This side. He has a nice fighting spirit. Let's agree on that. Elite Eagle Warriors 8 defense against 9 damage. CA have 8 damage as well. So that won't really be the most funny story ever. Not get some kills. pop difference up to 60 now. Oh, Jaguars. Let's switch in the point of view of ACCM and see where he's microing. CA over their left hand side. Gathering villagers here, stable. Let's get bloodlines maybe. Oh no, he has bloodlines. Okay, then maybe add more knights. Another castle. Let's fight back into some ponds. We have enough stone for another castle as well. Villagers being sent over. Let's focus down that monk. And now we can kill the traps on the villagers maybe. Let's ungarrison the knights. Come over here. Our comeback is real, guys. Oh damn, we're losing so many CA, but villagers can fight on everything. Oh, Eagle Warriors, I can fight them down with CA. They'll only do 1 damage, and Eagle Warriors easy peasy. I also have 1 knight at the front. ACCM, I believe we can do this. Villagers in the castle, so maybe if we overcommit, we have a lot of arrows and can go for the comeback. I believe ACCM is on the winning streak. Vivi is completely losing this game here. Horrible engagement after horrible engagement for Vivi. I believe ACCM is getting this. We are only down 100 population at the moment. We can reseed farms as well. Look at that, we have so many lumber camps. Ah, yeah. In fact, we didn't have enough lumber camps. Ah, surprising GG timing. I think a bit early by ACCM here. Had a real fighting chance. So close in the end. This engagement went a bit better for us. Like losing 1 or 2 less villagers. We could have won. Do you think he had a pretty good chance? No, he did not. Okay, achievements. KD. Oh, ACCM went for a lot of kills, but got 30 combats against him. Maybe on the houses though. He went to 0. Hold and food so much better for Vivi. Imperial timing, villagers heavily behind. 52 minutes of pure enjoyment here. And let's take a look at what civilization we can see next. We won't see the Berbers now. And we won't see Aztecs. So Vivi, who's on the right hand side, still has the Indians and Vietnamese. On the other side we have Incas and Burmese. I think I would go for Burmese now. Scrappy last game for ACCM with Incas? Something like that. Something like that, guys. Vivi is not Yo. Vivi is 5 cm from How was team called? Not CKF. How is the team? Frantic. Ah, God. How's your tongue doing? Pretty bad. Really hurts a lot. Sucks. It's pretty boring. Okay, I will play some AoE songs.
Rumors creeping from south of a giant. باحث عن الطعام. عامل منجع. Das is zo. Just click your soldiers. Das is zo. Follow the path to the blue flag. Follow the path to the blue flag. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Fiski maffer, gagnes maffer, rating for nama maffer. Don't panic. It is here that my tale will end. The assassins will strike. Right wings moving. Did all your units make it to the flag? They need to attack. Move to the next flag.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Das ist so. Take the soldier. It's time for us to fight. Lest we be caught in the crossfire. The assassins will strike.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. 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 Panic.
Okay, guys. Vivi against ACCM, they are pausing quite a long time at the start of the game. So let's see what they are doing here in their map number 4. And I believe both going for very strong civilizations here. Namely, we will see ACCM playing with the Burmese, and on the other side, we will see Indians for Vivi. And can you guys... Oh, look at that. I tried to count the relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, and couldn't find the 5th one. I was super confused, like, this map is so bad, it only has 4 relics, guys. Let's call Microsoft and tell them how bad their game is. Let's blame Skybox or anything. Apple, what did you do? But oh, it just was at the corner. So put down your phones, guys. It's all good. Oh, not the greatest woodline here for ACCM. And his berries are pretty close. Actually has access to some shorefish. That's some sweetie. Defensive gold could be walled off here with the usage of those cliffs. And well, maybe expand to that woodline in the long run here. Aggressive stone isn't pretty nice for playing with the Burmese, and this stone is very offensive as well. Let's take a look at Vivi. Defensive wood, defensive berries here. This gold though, pretty open and against the hill. That's ugly. Aggressive or open stone spot here at the side as well. And ACCM is calling restart with that wood line. Didn't really want to play this one. And I can understand why. Are you gonna come on air at Rocket Beans TV next time? Well, I didn't get an invitation yet.
Fight! Fight!
I watched some parts out of Marcus Loss. Yeah, I absolutely would love to go there to the show, but seems like we didn't work it out yet. But maybe one day. Let's keep working.
Red kit, Habadak, ready on, red kit, Habadak. Red kit. Red kit.
Okay, guys. Now, next try for game number 4, ACCM against Vivi. And as you know, the civilizations are still Burmese for ACCM. And on the other side, we have Vivi playing the Indians. Pretty nice defensive map for him. Defensive gold, defensive berries, wood line, double defensive here as well. Pretty sweet stuff for him. Even has some easy walls to the front. Pretty much perfect map, except for this big hill maybe at his front. On the other side, ACCM has a nice defensive wood line, berries close by, and gold, well, somewhat wallable, I would say. Yeah, maybe some aggression and then trying to get some walls up. Who's your favorite? I predicted a 3-1 for Vivi before we started, so my favorite is Vivi. And Chinese left after round 2 will be the winner of Tim versus Vivi. Interesting. Okay. Well, there weren't too many Chinese signing up, right? Were there more than 3? On which day is round 2 gonna start? Well, official start will be tomorrow, but obviously tomorrow they will start scheduling. So most games will always be played on the weekend. Maybe someone like Jordan is preferring to play like during the week against the Viper at like 17 GMT. That could be a realistic date. And oh yeah, Luxlos as well. That's true. Lily versus Jordan would be nice. No. And well, maybe going for a Yolur. And oh, small misclick. Whoop, happy. Yo, oh, so many more indeed. Yeah. Whoop lost to Hard. Happy to. Didn't happy win against Janik? So he's still in it, right? So yeah, we had 6 Chinese players. Okay. Ah, interesting stuff. Okay. And yeah, to answer the question when we will see games of round number 2, I would expect like the first games to be on Thursday, last games again on Sunday, most of the games being played on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, we can see and take a look at the brackets after those games, and then we can take a look at what times they will probably schedule. Slam most of the time kind of needs to play. Oops, this boar. No, he shouldn't shoot it. Oh god, that was not too clever. And that was pretty stubborn. He didn't need to go for that way of luring. And look at that. All the 4 deers and boars he had, all of them out of... Did he see him? German day, please. Well, we will play some tomorrow in German. What is this German Monday? Well, tomorrow is Monday, and tomorrow is German Monday. Happy versus Leary. Well, that will be a tough one for sure. Maybe I will try to take a look at his games and maybe anticipate some of the upcoming strategies and how he's trying to play against Leary. But yeah, it feels like Leary is even for some the favorite for this tournament, which I believe is kind of foolish. Don't underestimate happy. Okay, I won't. ACCM going up with 1 more villager. He's playing this. Another horrible mining camp, if you ask me. Really not a big fan of what he's doing here. And that looks like double M&A from both players. Happy will win in Dark Age. Okay. Oh, and ACM is going for some aggression. It played a bit more defensively the games before, where we saw Vivi taking the control. This time it will be different. And Vivi, since she will be up to fuel age a bit earlier, can maybe snipe down the scout of ACM. Let's see that. He needs to run towards his GC. Uh-oh, and that will be pretty ugly for him. (13 HP, but now Vivi needs to run at the same time, sneaking around here. But does he only have... No, he has 3 militia as well. That will be an interesting forward coming up by him. Both going for M&A, kind of as we expected. ACM now going for some better walls on his berries compared to the game before with the Berbers. A tower in no man's land. That's a bit surprising to me, but well, leave as a usage of his scout would be nice there. At the same time, what does Vivi really know what he's playing against? He saw a barracks. He somewhat is walling, but not enough there to see. Now that's a weird way to quick wall, nearly said, but in the end, he made it happen. Interesting stuff. And now the villagers, and uh-oh, those actually could get trapped here. I'm not really sure what ACM is really planning to go for. He has now 2 villagers on stone here as well. Oh, Vivi losing some HP against the TC here. ACM, nice, sweet walls. Some aggression continues, and look at those 2 towers. They aren't really punishing the eco of Vivi too much here, if you ask me. As far as I know, Viper has not won an Arabia only tournament. Am I correct? You are wrong. Let's take a look. Tower is going up, but he's focusing on the house first instead of killing the tower. Scout is around and gets a kill here. That's interesting. Those aren't too efficient. Now 2 M&As going back. And yeah, probably will take a reasonable fight against those M&A, but now they are trying to go for the... over here. Still going for the house instead of the tower. But that means 5 other villagers for Vivi at this all time. Uh-oh, Scout is running around. Can he get a quick wall done? Not really. Fighting down the Scout, and now it's trying to run through TC. Yeah, and the Viper won, obviously, the 2v2 Masters of Arabia tournament. So he won an Arabia tournament. And I believe there was only one other Arabia 1v1 tournament. So yeah, he didn't win that one in the time he's playing. Like, there were lots of them before, but he wasn't active at that time. Or didn't play at that time. So yeah, the one that Yo won wasn't won by the Viper, but well, he won close to all the other tournaments ever, right? Yeah, getting carried by MBL doesn't count. Okay, well then he did never win anything. Yeah, that's true. Oh, now Vivi is going for the aggression, sending 5 villagers forward. Trying to micro some with his archers. M&A pretty low HP. ACM now going for Town Watch. Is he expecting a forward here? Would be pretty interesting to see. He's now walling quite a bit. Going for some towers, going for defensive archery range. Interesting positioning again. Why he isn't walling over here? Just one house, I believe, makes so much more sense than the back archery range and 4 palisade walls. Wood theft indeed. And well, I still feel that's not the greatest aggression. Why aren't you participating? I did sign up, but it was decided on the ratings at the end of the sign up, and only top 32 made it into the tournament. I was like number 35, so close. I didn't really make it, but I wasn't super sad because playing a best of 5 against Leary in the first round, I didn't feel like I had too much chance anyways, so I wasn't like super sad that I didn't make the cut in the end. And now let's take a look how Vivi will do. 3 archers trying to go for some kills, got 1 villager, so that's something for him. Now just Skirmish is scaring him away. We'd root for you anyways. Thanks guys! That's all that matters. Oh, sneaky forward stable. That's something we don't see too often. And now a spearman is coming over. Is the spearman pushing the villager into the wolf? Looks like yes. No boy. And now to 24 HP, the villager. The wolf is helping out. Let's take a look. And the wolf could go for the kill. Yes. 6 HP on the wolf. The archer is trying to kill the wolf. The wolf is trying to go kill the villager. 1 HP and the wolf. The hero of that battle. And yeah, that forward stable was an idea, but well, didn't happen. Power of the hippos. Okay, now he's building this stable more defensively. ACCM fighting this front tower down here. Very still super active, but isn't really getting too much done here. Way too much on gold here for ACCM. Going mainly for skirmishers and has like 10 villagers on gold. That doesn't really make sense. Therefore he's now trying to balance the seeker and is going for a market. Maybe some skirm engagement in the middle of the map here. It seems like those villagers won't do too much. Is there a series from yesterday that's worth rewatching? Yes. Spain against Jordan was very good, and Yo against Stark was very good as well. Jordan is playing, yes. Yeah, not sure if I want to spoil the result if Flo didn't see it. But yeah, Jordan is playing this tournament, exclamation mark brackets, to find out how he did yesterday. Or watch the VOD's exclamation mark YouTube. Not buying a lot of gold here. Oh well, wait, we're in the point of view of Vivi now, who is still adding some scouts, I assume. Not really, only 1. I see him buying some food now. Look at that! Vivi actually has enough stone to build a castle, but that's obviously something that won't help out too much. I actually went for 3 scouts, and I think some, not a tower, why a tower? I believe some stone walls would be so much better. Oh, that will be so tough. This tower, can it maybe finish? I think that could be a huge blow up here by ACCM. That tower, I believe, will not go up. Let's take a look. Market. Can he block this villager? And he's even sending the low HP one, 4 HP. Oh, will be a tough one. Maybe some losses on those villagers. 1 villager down. I'm being forced to pull away. Now the tower is going up, but the archers are still coming in with the scouts. Why is he not focusing that tower down? Oh, and Vivi is running. That's surprising to me. I think he should have left 5 archers in there and just do the tower fight. Then go in over here. That's surprising to me. Okay. Trying to find another engagement here as Vivi. And stone upgrade for Miss ACM. Most likely we will see the transition into a Rambai pretty soon. Same time, those 3 towers aren't doing much anymore. Oh, aggressive villagers. So indeed it will be an aggressive castle here at the front. It feels like ACCM, especially after not taking any losses over here. Would have a pretty strong army and controlling this hill. Let's take a look at Vivi. Where did he want to build his castle? Probably somewhat over here. I was going for a siege workshop first. Maybe then trying to engage. Iron crossman on the way for both players. I'll watch for Vivi as well, trying to find another engagement, and ACM a bit out of position here. Vivi, I believe he has a timing. His mangonel will be earlier, way earlier. Look at that, close to 50%, and the siege workshop is only at 50%. ACM will run around, and he won't do the greatest of damage. Unless he's really committing into it, maybe then he can do something. This castle will go up for sure. What is ACM doing? Is he going back at the moment? He isn't really doing the damage. This castle will go up for sure, trying to get the walls done. Phantom castle by ACM though. Oh, let's take a look if he can get this castle up. How much damage are those crossmen going to do? Mangonel soon out by ACM. He is over here and doing nothing with his army at the same time. He's getting heavy losses, and that was a poor decision to go for the sneak around. Or actually, like, result oriented. It didn't really work out. Nice ground check though over here. Now the dance with the mangonels begins. I believe Vivi should focus down that tower, and then the mangonel micro could maybe end the game. Let's take a look. Those crossmen coming around, and they can be super annoying. ACM not doing much now. He's committing inside here. Maybe he can get the big kills done, but no. Vivi is finishing his castle as well. Now some camels with the natural Indian +1 defense are helping out, and that's so ugly. Yeah, they all have low HP, so the villagers can fight, but still, that's something that he didn't want to see happening. Some villager losses, and now mangonel micro at the front here, trading 1 for 1. The castle will go up, but as we said, only under heavy losses here. Mangonel, can he maybe get one more shot off? Oof, no, he can't. And ACM quite active over here, and oh, Vivi underreacting at this part, and look at the resources of Vivi, and look at the amount of idle villagers. Maybe I misjudged how bad it looked for ACM here. Because it's looking pretty bad for Vivi as well. He isn't getting a lot of resources at the moment, so many idle villagers. And yeah, it looks like losing all those mangonels in range of the castle here didn't really help out. And now Vivi sending more villagers to the front here. Is he trying to get wood over here? Would be so surprising to me. Only mangonel coming back to his base and trying to clear this up. Maybe 3 villages ahead for now. Military count so much better for ACCM though. 16-3. Let's take a look if we can out micro this mangonel. He is in a reasonable spot. And trying to go for the repair against the mill. Not 100% sure how necessary that was. And now the question is, what are they doing against the castles of the other guy? Can we see patterns? Can we see rams? Let's take a look. I don't see any rams. I don't see any patterns. On the other side, mainly ram by, no rams either. ACM in somewhat under control at the moment. Castles fighting each other. Where are the Rambai? ACM, funny villager running around. Oh, Vivi, very eager to take a good shot here against all those crossmen. At the moment, could lose this mangonel though against all the Rambai coming around. Trying to catch up with his cheaper villagers. Trying to go up for 30C at the same time. ACCM. Only at 2. Should go for more Rambai, should go more for more upgrades. Not a single upgrade on the Rambai yet. mainly because ACM not having a stable. I'm going for see over here. And going for one shot. Going for the instant repair. Nice ground attack here by Vivi as well. Damaging the Rambai quite a bit. +1 defense for ACM on the way for his Rambai. That's a lot of arrows now. All the crossbowmen in the tower needs to go for quite a bit of repair. So only Rambais, no rams on either side that I can see. So the castle will live for now. Rambais now running around, but that's all walled with houses. 900 HP, but all the Rambais are quite reasonable in destroying those. And you know what's better than 4 Rambais? 4 Rambais twice! Now going for 8, and that could be a pretty dandy raid. I don't really see how he can have enough monks out. I don't see how he can have enough magnals out. Not really having enough crossbows. The only good thing could be if he gets a quick wall up and the knight for now. Could be 1 or 2 villager losses. Make that 2, make that 2. Oh god, I hate how they throw and how much they're missing. And ACM in a good controlling position at the moment to force us into game number 5. Oh, Vivi going for another castle. Probably wants to attack that gold spot here at the side. Hanging out shot, obviously not the greatest thing ever against those Rambai. And oops, well, if he gets one hit off, that's obviously something he will take. And now castle against castle, and well, I didn't do justice to the elephant archers before. I'm not sure if that castle is a good idea of ACCM here. I believe the tower could have been a bit better. Well, but yeah. The castle is denied for sure now. And some of the villagers are dying at the same time. Rampart going back. That's a bit surprising to me. Why didn't he try to engage more here? Could have done so much more. Maybe he felt, okay, I have only a very small timing. I need to defend and go back there. And he gets a lot of kills. He's now ahead by 3. And, well, killing those poor elephant archers. Slowly. Buying 100 more stone is Vivi. Let's take a look where he's trying to build his next castle. And it's at the front here, trying to secure his wood line, his gold line, and well, give some protection to his magnets later on. But Vivi is just fine doing this up with his ramps. Try to re-wall here. Some stone walls. Oh, those are Rambites. They can get some kills. I don't see enough crossbowmen to intercept those, and this could be a down castle, guys. Look at that, only 6 crossbows. Now more crossbows coming over from ACM. I believe ACM could end the game here. Vivi will lose all his villagers, will not get this castle up, and GG! Guys, we are going into game number 5. And ACM, with his great fighting spirit, maybe exhausted Vivi a bit too much, and forcing him to play an unoptimal game. This castle aggression was pretty blind, and then playing against the Rambai, not getting enough monks out to defend or actually any units was pretty tough. And yeah, this run by here by ACM did more damage than I initially thought. It felt like Vivi with his aggression didn't do too much. Ran through a tower, the castle went up. Interesting game here. Lots of very tough decision making, but yeah, seems like in the end ACM came out ahead. Good stuff, and they're already launching the next game. ACM obviously in the end with the better KD, and those weird tower rush at the side actually did more damage than I thought, because it always kept the base of Vivi open, so you could squeeze around with some crossbows in late and mid castle age as well. The Rambais were able to sneak in at the top. And we are going into game number 5, guys. And you know what that means? Oh, wrong soundtrack, guys.
Zonke. Zonke.
Game number 5, guys. It will be Incas for ACCM and Vietnamese for Mr. Vivi. I believe ACM already used his restart and Vivi still has his restart. Let's take a look. Vietnamese, very questionable choice. Not a lot of people went for it. A lot of Chinese players went for it. The chat is questioning that choice heavily. Let's see if he's indeed going for the lane, and it seems like not so much. ACM, trying to go for the very efficient scout, has a very compact map here. And oh, that could be interesting if you find little sheep. And very pretty close by. Gold and stone very aggressively though. That's pretty ugly for him. Needs to play something aggressively if you ask me. On the other side, we see our player in the red trunks. It will be Vivi, and he has pretty much a dream spot. And wall of the left hand side, defensive wood, defensive berries, defensive gold, defensive stone, and can wall off the front as well. Look at that perfect map here for Vivi. Oh boy, that will be so tough for ACCM to really do the damage here. Vietnamese, probably one of the weaker civilizations out of the top 15. But, well, with that map, you can make a lot of civilizations work. Let's scout the board down over here as well. Probably needs to loom, if you ask me. I'm going for a house wall. This house could have been better here, but that's obviously something he doesn't know. And he could have been housed for a small second. So now remicroing his villages on the wood line, and the big question is, what will ACCM go for? He has 4 in wood. Not the most efficient distribution though. Why no TC push? Stark in the chat. Hello, my love. Oh man, I really got reminded why I'm such a big fanboy of you yesterday. Congrats, man. So, no restart here by Vivi, obviously, with his great map. So this will be the last map of this series here for sure. And he's doing it without loom. Let's take a look. He will take 1 downhill hit, but had a nice reaction timing and seems like he will get his villager home quite safely. Looks fine. Maybe needs to send her in as well. No, all good. Didn't even get another hit. And this looks like a pretty solid start, I wanted to say. But yeah, a pretty solid start is in the house as well. It was really surprising how well Stark yesterday was starting all the time against Mr. Yodo. Always had big advantages. I believe 3 games we had KDs of 5-0 or 6-0 at the start. And big advantages there. Is that hard? No. It is Vivi, as the description at the top says. ACCM, a bit annoying with this eagle, preventing another deer push. And the question is still, what strategies are they going for? I really want to see ACCM playing aggressive. Tower, like 3 M&A into tower rush or something. Maybe rush into tower rush. But don't play this too defensively because the map of Vivi is just too good here. So easy to wall this off, and he's going for the early walls. Ay. Fearing a bit for ACCM. Seem to be playing an eagle start. Or is he? Maybe adding militia now. Yeah, okay, so it will be probably 3 M&A into eagles afterwards. At the same time, we see some archers by our Chinese star here, Vivi. Forward now. Is it just going forward? Maybe he is going for the aggression, which is quite surprising to me after what he scouted. Oh, but yeah, maybe he just knew, okay, my map is too bad, and nearly said I need to forward when my map is bad. And now he's sending 2 villages on stone as well. I believe ACCM is going for the right strategy with his map. If he just goes for a macro game, he just will get toyed all game long. I'm trying to wall some. And exclamation mark brackets to know if the Viper won yesterday or not. And I know he already played on, I believe, Friday or something, yeah. Oh. Midday upgrade. Double barracks a bit late. You're now trying some HP against the scout, and ACCM is showing this forward here, trying to help out with his villagers. 11 HP on that scout, 15 HP on the eagle, and archery range going up in the front, trading 1 blow for 1 blow. Yeah, it's 4-minute restarts, guys. It's an all tournaments 4-minute restart. Okay, let's take a look. ACCM's tower is going up, and probably the tower of Vivi will go up as well. Even sending 2 more villagers to be super safe. And some damage against the archery range, not too important. And now he needs to build another tower over here, trying to squeeze in that part, that way. No way of getting in here. Oof. Rock solid defense so far. And attacking the house again. The greatest moves when it comes to using the arrow fire out of his towers by ACCM so far. Maybe not going on stone. That, I believe, is a small mistake though. 4 villages around, so maybe he can do some damage or just jump over those trees. 4 villagers, that's actually something you can do. Oh, the scout killing the eagle, killing the scout. That's a good start. What would you say is the best normative now? Malians. You can build a dock and a TC and a fishing ship instantly. I believe ACCM has a civil advantage. Let's take a look. Why is he not trying to go through there? Could have been an option for him. Archer's out now, and ACCM is building more eagles. Palisade chop wood. No, you cannot palisade wood. Jump this. Those are from a normal tree, from a normal forest. But he can just try with 4 villagers on that one tree, then click on stone, lose all the wood, try to click on the tree again, do that 2.5 times, and then you cut through 100 wood as well. Or if that would have been a nice strategy, and then continue with his tower rush. Because that most likely would have been unspotted. Take a look at what Vivi's vision was. Oh, he would have seen it. He has town watch. Or does he? No, he does not. Okay, then the lumber camp just has reasonable vision. Okay, we have some palisade walls up now, but I think he needs some defensive towers here. Vivi so far, pretty nice defense. Villager count, Vivi is 1 ahead. Only 1 single kill so far, and that is this single scout. Now needs to go for the defensive towers, kind of as we expected. And for the +1 defense here is ACCM. And for fletching is Vivi. Doing all the reasonable upgrades. Trying to force himself into the base of Vivi over here. Let's take a look how his transition will be to Castle 8. You can see Vivi only has 5 farms so far, so this transition won't be great. We'll have a lot of archers out. On the other side, we have ACCM. Having some more farms. We'll have a lot of idle villagers pretty soon. What can those eagles do? Instantly closing down the distance. 1 easy early kill. But remember, they need an extra slice against the Vietnamese archers. Now getting micro down, and this looks pretty solid. Oh, fighting uphill as well. And ACM needs to retreat. Where's all his army? Well, he got... Did she get through here? Oh yes, he did. Vivi screwing this up. And... oh, we can see even... aggressive villagers now. Wants to build a tower to block the goat. And we can see 2 defensive towers by ACM. He has such a bad map. Vivi's trying to punish him for it. Let's see how well he can do. And that's a pretty good tower. Other gold spots are over here at the left hand side and here at the front. So really tough to access for ACM. And let's see if he can get another tower up. It seems like yes he can. Should be pretty solid for him. Now those M&A, how much damage can they do? Trying to push in. Villagers are trying to fight this down. Micing back. ACM. KotD now up 4-4. This tower needs to focus down those villagers first. Can he focus them, or is he clicking on the tower? Oh, he's just waiting for fletching. Can he intercept this tower? It seems like no, he cannot. Fletching just finished. Or will finish pretty soon. But he has a nice tower defense now. And yeah, this tower will go down. Remember guys, hill advantages do not work in tower versus tower wars. No, you cannot cut trees if they're part of a main forest. You can only cut over trees if they're single trees. Let me... well, yeah, that's how it works. Very annoying. Let's take a look at this villager. Can repair another tower. Hi. Pretty ugly stuff here by ACCM. And is building another one himself here at the front. 4 eagles, 2 by 2. That's not really going to work. Trying to focus down the villager. No. That's not what he really wants to do. More archers to the front now. ACM 1 villager ahead, and I believe ACM did quite a good job of keeping himself in this game. Another horrible mining camp though. One villager. Luckily you got some eagles out to kill those archers now. Only 4 left anyways. ACM's resources look like he can click up to Castle Age pretty soon. On the other side we have Maybe just waiting for Vivo to finish, and then he should be clicking up as well. As you can see, ACM now using the market will lose all his archers over here. Did finish those walls now with stone. We can see both players using the market quite nicely. Oh, more aggressive villagers. Well, that wasn't intended. ACM is up, and we will be clicking up as well. So both with a very similar timing here. This game is still super open. Oh no, ACM was trying to get to his other gold spot, but ACCM getting intercepted here by Vivi, who was super active. Tower against tower madness continues. Going for stable now, interesting choice. Vietnamese, am I confused? What do they have? They have bloodlines. And they have all the stuff in the blacksmith, so they can go for a reasonable knight transition. Or maybe even elephant. We will see. What is ACM going for? He is still on one barracks only. I'm trying to send some villagers out again, trying to get that castle up, that tower up. Maybe you should just think about getting the castle up as well. Maybe going for a second stable. Maybe ACM can get a castle up and go for some Kamayuks. That would be funny. A unit that we don't see too often, and especially not too often used sufficiently. But for now, it's just eagles against crossbows. The warrior upgrade. He was going for the +2 defense, but it did cancel and is now going for Botkin arrow. Wants to kill the villagers repairing, obviously. Interesting. Okay, I can see that reasoning. Continues to go for more eagles. Crossman and Botkin arrow for hard on the way. And yeah, that will now be 41 HP instead of 35 for those crossbowmen. And finally, the +2 range will kill those villagers, and ACM can finally breathe. Had 7 idle villagers at all times. That's so tough for him, and even losing some over here. But now the knights are shown. ACM needs to transition into some monks, if you ask me. He's going for the +2 defense. What's his reaction so far? He could build a castle, if I'm correct. 524, how much is a castle? For the Incas. I think it should be something around that. But not 100% sure if he's thinking about this at this very moment. The aggression still continues. Hard is building a castle. Where? Here at home. This is quite defensively. Let's take a look. Opening this. Is it only for the eagles or is it for something more? Which account now in favor of Vivi. Now trying to go for the big engagement is ACCM here. First knights going down. Remember, eagles have plus damage against those knights. +2 defense for ACM. And he is killing all the knights to front. Now closing down the distance against the crossbowmen, who only have 1 defense upgrade. And ACCM, yeah, he got some kills, but it looks like he's barely losing. Trying to go for more here at the front, but needs to retreat now. And that was barely a hold for Vivi, and this is still a super close game. Vivi 4 villages ahead, and ACM cannot be happy with how his map is still looking. 2 stables. Another villager will go down, and he's regrouping, trying to go for another round of attack with his eagles. 4 knights and 5 crossbowmen. Now crossbowmen jumping into the tower though. I'm not sure if ACM realized that he could have built a castle over here. Would have been so sweet for him. Unlikely that. We've got intercepted with all those towers around. Let's just quickly take a look. ACCM, how much stone did you need to build a castle? 553. So he was just barely short of it. honestly now. ACM. You did build a second TC, so it's not your typical one base all in Miso style. Sneaking around with one Eagle Warrior, focusing down the low HP Crossman. Those Knights. Oh, they are dying, but they're also doing quite a lot of damage. Ay, what an intense game here. I'm really fearing for ACCM losing, mainly because he has such a bad map generation in game number 5. It feels like, especially now with the Ratans coming over as well, ACCM is in a tough spot. This tower is going down. Therefore, Vivi has access to more gold and stone again, and can continue benefiting from his very good map. Ratans obviously not like the greatest unit against Eagle Warriors, as we saw yesterday as well. And they could even lose their life if those Eagles are chasing them down correctly, but they aren't so far. Now a town center, interesting placement. And finally some monks. Maybe heal some of the eagles. Some of them are super low. Look at that, 6 HP, 4 HP. And the monks still idle. Could go over here. The production of the eagle continues though. Would love to see forging. And when I say this, it's actually researching forging. And then try to take another fight, go for one convert against the knight. And finally try to clear up what is going on here. This is super annoying forward. Now maybe even gets 2 converts. 2 monks out. Each workshop, let's take a look. Forging finishes. Is he trying to take this engagement? Yes, he is. He was indeed waiting for forging. He forgot about this monk. One monk will get 1 conversion here. The knight at the front, hopefully he isn't converting the low HP one. Now closing down the distance, and he got a full HP knight. That's pretty sweet for him. Now closing down the distance against all crossing men and Ratan archers. ACCM with the clear up here at the front, and he is in this game. Yeah, he's 14 villagers behind, but finally he can breathe. Finally he can get all his gold spots. He can kill all the Ratans, he can kill those forward towers, and he can maybe boom out of his 3 TCs. And military count is heavily in his favor, so he can go for some raids for sure. Has still some annoyance with that tower, but that's not too important. The big problem is, can you really reach on the damage? Because he still has his defensive castle up. Now trying to break in, tower only doing 4 damage. Now the eagles trying to find some damage themselves. Looking tough though. Maybe even collecting some relics. The eagles now need to find some damage for sure. And it's again the purple Inca player with mass eagles trying to pull back the win against the Chinese player with the Vietnamese. What a weird incident to see those games back to back. Or like back-to-back days.
Okay.
14 villagers behind though. Fighting ahead when it comes to military. KD virtually identical here. Well, the knight got micro back. What's the plan for ACCM? Let's take a look at his resources. 300 food, 500 gold. At the other side, oh, the bow saw upgrade. We can see maybe not having too much food. Trying to get onto a second castle maybe. He's trying to stay active with this red archer. Oh, now trying to go for the stone and gold at the side, but that's obviously something that ACCM is seeing. Maybe can get some kills here. Some knights trying to run around, but still completely walled is ACCM. Let's take a look how many kills he can get. Can prevent Vivi from going up to a second castle. Maybe ACCM has a good shot here. In game number 5, remember this is single elimination. So whoever loses this game is out of the tournament and has no more chance to compete for the close to 4K prize pool of this 1v1 Arabia only tournament. they can do only one thing. They type the letter twice, which is in the middle of F and H. Forging on the way for our Vietnamese player, who was 14 villages ahead. Let's take a look at his map vision. He doesn't see a lot of more relics that he can actually take. At the moment, maybe he can snag this one, but not scout at the south at all. But ACM, not with the greatest scout either, and he doesn't even have a monastery. Some relics, not most important thing. I would say it's an exclamation mark back T at the moment. Let's see, he can get some kills here. And looks like at least some villager kills. Oh, sweet stuff for him. Trying to catch Vivi off guard and trying to get some more kills, and indeed, oh no, I thought he was snagging this relic away. He was trying to, but ACM was catching it in time. Retinat is coming over. All the villagers went down, and suddenly ACM is only 7 villagers behind, and he needs to find another engagement, if you ask me. Close to the TC against all those knights and the Red Archers can't be the best idea ever. Maybe it was just to focus on clicking up Triple H. That's what he did. That's what Vivi did as well. We are going into the longer game, guys. 1 relic will be safe for ACCM. 2 relics at least for Mr. Vivi here. 2 over here, and this looks like ACM will get this one. And ACM was going for a small pause. Now the question is, what will Vivi really go for? Obviously we will see lots of eagle production continuing from ACCM on the other side. We will have barracks added. Don't tell me he's going for champions. Oh boy! Okay, so we have the Vietnamese player going for Red and Archer champion defense against the Eagles. Interesting. Incas should go for slingers in that situation, right? Let's see if he knows about that option. I believe that's not a real counter. ACM now going for a well-placed castle into a very vulnerable spot. Is getting all this gold now. ACM is setting himself up for the very long game. Is getting some more raids around. Probably will get 1 or 2 villagers, but then needs to leave again. Vivi only now going for ballistic. That's a bit too late. Check look what damage those knights can do. They already lost some HP. 1 monk and a dozen of eagles coming over. It's so weird to commentate a game where Vietnamese players playing against a Vietnamese player, but it's not a mirror match. Oh, so confusing. Going for Longsword Man and Champion later on. I'm not sure. It is still unscouted by ACCM, so that's the only good option. Oh, 3 wolves even chasing the knight down here. And at the moment it looks like 2 relics against 2 relics. Seems like we could get all those wolves helping out here as well. Sick. Seems like will be a 3rd relic for ACCM, but he's still controlling this area. Oh, trying to expand here was Vivi, but we'll lose another couple of villagers. Aggressive castle, and now let's take a look. Is ACM willing to take this fight? It's only Red and Archers, no elite, and suddenly he sees 2 swordsmen. Not 100% sure how he will feel about that. Maybe he thinks, oh god, I will have the perfect counter, or he will think, damn, they are pretty strong against my elite eagle warriors. Let's take a look how his reaction will be, and if he indeed goes for the slingers. Oh, now all the wolves. Well, they're still very hungry, it seems. I'm trying to go for the walls here, but all those red ants are coming over. I believe that won't really work. This castle will not go up. This was a pretty good start for Vivi here in early Imperial Age. Eagles now coming over with the help of one knight. Or actually, if he right clicks it, this castle is going up. Oh, why didn't he focus down those villagers? Didn't want to take any losses on those red ants. Champion upgrade not around yet. Take a look, it's still only eagles. No archery is being built. Now going for archery ranges. ACCM is going for the right reaction. Second trap coming out. Map control, a bit better for ACCM at the moment, but not really important. Controlling that extra gold, getting that extra gold. And one more relic. And two relics actually very exposed here at the front. The warriors, is he trying to go for an engagement? I believe he should wait for his defense upgrade. Now rerouting his trap, doesn't want to have him too exposed. Has to attack for both transportmen now. Oof, one intense game, guys. Couriers coming around, giving them extra defense upgrades, and then he maybe can take an engagement. This trap will go down for sure. What is ACM doing? Trying to run around. He's sneaking, or what is... I'm not sure what this is all about. Leaving his own traps exposed. Monks are trying to get some converts. Looks like he most likely will get like 3 converts, will lose both traps, and at the same time will kill one trap. Can he maybe get the engagement? And oh no, he's going for elite skirmishers. That's something I didn't expect. I won't perform too poorly against the red ants, but red ants won't perform too poorly against the skirmishers either, so that's actually not a real counter. Losing that trap here at the front, oh, kind of weird micro, and it looks better and better here for Vivi, I would say. Although this trap is going down as well, we are still at very close populations, guys. This is still up for grabs to see who's going into the round of 16. More archery ranges being built. We don't see slingers, we see elite skirmishers being added. Map control. Vivi still not expanding to the left hand side. He liked his space so much that he wants to stay in it. Is he out of gold? No, he's still getting this gold at the front, not going for more stone. He's stuck at 2 castles, not able to research elite red ants so far. Plus 6 defense, look at that. They are probably only receiving like 1 damage here by red and archer. I would say yes, that's true. Very late hand card by Vivi, that's true as well. And where is... oh, here is the 3rd relic. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Maybe now going for arson is ACCM. Getting some sweet kills. And... oh, he is going Andean Sling. What does that affect? I believe it's Slinger's 1 more range, right? Ah, minimum, no minimum range for skirmishers and the slingers. Interesting upgrades to see without going for slingers. Now trying to go for some raids, maybe Vivi will be able to close that down, and now running through the castles. Pretty ugly spot here, and the Eagles, no, okay, we will not get the biggest raids in the home base. Let's just grab some little kills here, and she's 13 villages ahead. Trying to fall back. The gold is now a big problem for him. Raids over here could be coming in. Red and archers trying to go for a prey. That's our skirmishers on the hill. No chemistry for them though. They're not doing maximum damage output so far. Oh, some sweet eagle ratings here. Putting that on the minimap. And wow, a lot of farmers here, very exposed. Only 2 TCs for what feels like 40 farmers. So not all of them will have safe, happy afterlives. That woodline is pretty exposed as well. ACCM still 24. Now Close to 30 pop ahead. Even a bit more. Another eco upgrade that is a bit late at 53-minute mark. Eco Warriors now even fine with fighting under the castle as it seems. He has arson. So if he wanted to go super crazy and fight something down, now going for this gold here at the side, beautiful stuff, and he's controlling this area as well. And 2 Eagle Warriors will perform okay against 2 two-handed swordmen, but he's also going for more, so sweet stuff for him here. And ACM at the moment with the better control, now going for the second defense upgrade. Oh, not too great fighting under this castle though. Look at that, 16 extra arrows, so that's a lot of damage output. Another trap coming around. ACM, very good control. And he maybe get another raid in, would be super sexy for him. The Army of Heart, still not completely upgraded. Heart, oh god, I'm saying it again, of Vivi. 2 swordsmen. Isolate Returns. Yeah, he got a lot of Imperial Age upgrades, but not all of them. Army isn't as strong as it should be. Now completely out of gold here at the front and out of the back. So we are only looking at extra gold spots here at the side. At the moment. That means ACM is the only one with a real gold income, except those relics. 3-2 in favor of ACCM. These pop limits, fighting against pop 160. Let's take a look, can he get another raid in? He's trying to hope for some more walling mistakes. Champion upgrade finally in the research tab here for Vivi. Tapped rams for ACCM, so maybe he wants to do some sneaky stuff against those castles. Trying to fight off all those Swordman raids here at the side, just going heavily onto stone. Will protect his gold over here. Heavily going onto stone, and let's take a look what he's going for. Is he maybe just trying to go for the kill against the castle? That would absolutely be an option. But more likely scenario is that he is indecisive. Most likely scenario at the moment. Okay, trying to go for some raids, but this gold is running dry now. Those villagers can just easily jump into the castle, so that's not really efficient. I believe another raid against the woodlines and farm would have been better. ACM now going for tampering, and we would have loved to see a bit earlier as well. And now adding some slingers here as well, so those champions won't do too much anymore. And suddenly, Vivi, not looking too great. Let's take a look at the market prices. 55 for food, 48 for wood. Now guilds for ACCM around. Oh, and those skirmishers getting sniped down because they're in too low numbers. ACM knows he has quite a good eco and is going for the guild upgrades. Not only now going for the +4 defense, he just needs to sit back and let his eco carry him. At the moment he only has 20 military though. He needs to fall back and try to take a better engagement. Yeah, now with the hill, that's a reasonable stuff I would say. And he's forcing Vivi back, who's still playing without the elite Returns. Another castle on a beautiful hill. Trying to go for more relics is ACCM, but they are all taken from this map. Another knight from ACCM going down against all the Returns. Now champions coming over. I believe this is a very crucial hold here. If ACCM is losing this hill and Vivi could take out all this army, Vivi could maybe win this and look pretty good. Oh, and now thumbering for him as well. Vivi missing so many upgrades in this game, it's ridiculous. But it feels like ACCM with the Inca archer line, like skirmishers and slingers, is pretty strong to, looking pretty strong to be able to do a hold. Let's take a look. Needs to get the stone wall up here as well. Maybe this one a bit more higher HP. And this is a wall off if I've ever seen one. And now basically the trap is real. Skirmishers and slingers can just go over. He will not get this done. And ballistics for ACCM, super late as well. Okay, he cannot flee on this direction. He cannot flee in this direction. This army needs to fight. And it won't be too strong. Okay, this champion is losing his life. Let's take a look. Do we see any big raids over here? Not really. Trying to go for more and more wood, and now the big engagement in the middle. As you can see, champions in the front, they're closing, trying to close down the distance, but only a small amount of slingers are taking them out. Eagles running around, fighting down those Rattan archers. As you can see, still upgrades kicking in over 1 hour into this game. Champions coming around, this trap will go down. And now the skirmishers are taking care of all those Rattan archers. What a beautiful engagement here by ACCM, who is 50 pop ahead. Champions coming around, most of the slingers went down. Well, I can see still 4 around seem to be fine. This trap really hurt. Rattan archers, their days are over. And now we can see this gold is still very contested. This one super fine for ACCM, is trying to go forward at the right hand side, and ACCM is continuing to push. Now 60 pop ahead. It looks like he can take it, guys. Kamayuk's out now, trying to fight off those battering rams. Obviously not what they're designed to do, but they will do just fine. Masonry for ACCM. Eagles coming around, trying to snipe down this trap, and it seems like this 1.1k gold is still super important to both of them. Elite Rattan archers. I am like a broken record, but still not researched. That hurts so much. Villagers trying to fight this tower down now. Rattan archers trying to save themselves. Capture M's being researched for a second time this game. Skirmishers still super active. 60 villagers or 60 population is the advantage at the moment for ACM, but he's basically pop limit. Not the greatest waypoints. Needs to send all his army at the front. Oops. How did this villager survive? And now going for more gold. Let's take a quick look how expensive the slinger is. And she is costing 40 gold, 30 food. So a bit cheaper than an eagle. And it's more unlikely that you lose him, because he should always be at the back. And that, I believe, has like plus 10 damage against infantry. Now the Rams going forward, and no real answer. Obviously a trap would not be counted now as well. So yeah, not protecting his Rams properly. I'm now getting some Rattan archers. I'm not really sure why he committed with this Rattan archers, just saying the champions would have been fine as well. And now those traps unanswered. And yeah, that's the truth. Completely forgot about elite skirmish attack and imperial skirmish attack with Vietnamese. They would perform pretty well against normal skirmishers and slingers here. So, well, not too well against slingers obviously, but well better than his Rattan archers at the moment against those skirmishers. So it seems like Vivi not going for the full potential of his civilization. Oh, and that's an ugly raid here. Those Eagle Warriors and an M&A from the early game. Now trying to get and do some kills here, obviously benefiting from all the upgrades, and this Eagle Warrior is just doing massive amount of damage. At the same time, this castle is going down, skirms are pushing in. Vivi is really struggling to keep up his production. Still looks like ACM doesn't have ballistics, so weird. But yeah, we saw it on the research tab, so would be really surprising if it didn't finish. Now getting more raids over here. The Eagles are just so annoying. Vivi sees it, and Vivi is in a world of pain. Losing villagers left, losing villagers right, losing villagers more here to the top. At the same time, he's getting pushed at the front. More traps moving forward. I believe Vivi needs to tap out here pretty soon. This is a super convincing game by ACCM. With such a bad map, he still made it happen. Forced into the long game. Got the right army composition. Was so active with all his eagles, got all the upgrades done. Now even going for fortified wall and upgrade that I don't really need to see. And is active with the skirmishers around here as well. And we can see indeed the GG. Vivi must not be happy after ACCM. He didn't perform too well in some other games. Vivi very convincingly, but then in his wins, especially the last game. Beautiful game by ACCM. He had such a horrible map, so many nice defensive towers. And then thinking about the relics, control of the gold was absolutely his strength in this game. And yeah, Vivi not getting onto enough Rattan archers, not getting elite, Champion upgrade was low. Lots of upgrades missing. Very long this game. And no Imperial Skirmisher upgrade. Whew. And we saw some slingers. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I'm happy for ACCM here. Good friends with him. And yeah, that even happy that people saw how I did here. And he wasn't happy how they performed in the Nations Cup there with Vietnam. Together with Back T in the team. But his whole team didn't perform too well in the end. He felt like he was in shape but didn't have the position to tell others to train a bit more. And look at how close they were with all the timings. 4 second difference, 4 second difference, 4 second difference. What a beautiful, beautiful last game. Another great series of this beautiful tournament.